back to more Beast of Reincarnation. The last one we did another chapter where, unfortunately, in the beginning of it, Bard, Brody, Bud, Brad, got the name. Brad died, unfortunately. I don't know if he's fully dead yet because it looked like on screen he was gonna die, but it didn't show his dead body. Who's to say for sure that he's actually dead? This world can be full of mystical things to bring people back to life or just to protect them in general, so we don't know. So let's continue to see what happens next.
Petals fall in my dreams, gently dancing in air. And at dawn they've flown, never to reappear. A wish my heart yearns for most of all. If fate would but take heed its lonely call. I remember who I am now, and who you are, Emma.
What do you mean?
I lived in Shambhala. Before I was with you in Ogorchi, here, in the real world. My soul was sent down, so it could be received by a physical body that had been readied for me beneath Ogorchi. You should have seen it. Rows of them, all with my face.
Rose?
Yes. There wasn't just one there, but dozens. I knew the second I laid eyes on them that they were backup vessels, each ready to receive my soul. When I arrived, I felt this great longing for someone.
Longing?
That's right. Though I still don't know why. But I couldn't bring myself to claim one of those bodies as my own. All I could do was stare, for the golems had performed some horrendous experiments on the backups. I knew that I was seeing the core of some terrible scheme. There were only 2 bodies left. One had ceased to develop. But the other one was changing.
What change?
Ever so slightly, it had begun to grow a soul.
A soul?
It should have been impossible, but I saw it happen. An empty vessel with a new spirit. I turned my back on the place, repulsed by what they'd done there. But I started to feel an urge to protect the soul they'd made. So, as the golems tried to perform their usual experiments, I placed myself into the remaining body, nestling by the newborn soul. And that's when it awoke. The golems thought they'd been successful. More surprising to me, however, was that I was not in control. That faint spirit was the master of the body we both inhabited. They were an impossibility, and yet, in that moment, they had been granted life.
That soul. soul.
Is you, Emma. And ever since it happened, my memories have all been buried. To think, 2 souls in one body. No doubt it's caused some problems of its own. However, I couldn't stop myself from trying to protect you.
Why?
Because I'm the one responsible for bringing you into this dark world. Keeping you safe is my way of atoning.
Atoning?
And yet, I turned my back on you again.
Violet.
But I won't turn away any longer. I've decided to stay with you. It's okay now. I'll be by your side forever.
Thank you.
Our next stop is a place called Starfall Tower. I'll keep watch, Emma. Get some rest.
That's what Brad used to say.
I know. I was with him this entire time. It seems it's had a bit of an effect on me.
Does that happen?
It does. Influencing the people around you is a part of life. And while I may be just a hunk of metal for all intents and purposes, Brad still treated me like I was human.
I see.
But anyway, you should get some sleep. You'll feel it tomorrow if you don't. Good night.
All right. Thank you.
Destination reached. We are now coming to a stop.
Why are we stopping? This isn't the right place.
I was ordered by Brad to stop after reaching these coordinates and play back a message.
A message? From Brad?
Message playback initiated.
I didn't think I'd be leaving you a message. Feels strange doing this, but it's finally time to tell you more. You should see a large tower in front of you. I want you to head into its lower levels. This isn't an order, nor is it a personal request. Take it more as a suggestion. The choice is yours. Although, if you still wish to fight the beast, you haven't got much of a choice. The key to defeating it lies down there. You may be wondering why I know this. Well, you'll find out once you're there.
End of message.
Brad?
The key to defeating the beast. How would Brad have that knowledge?
Nushi detected. It's coming from below the tower, precisely the place Brad mentioned. It's likely lurking around down there.
Seems the choice has been made for us. But why did Brad leave a message about this place? Did he foresee everything that would happen?
I'm going. I want to find out what this is all about.
All right.
Brad left the exact location of the key he mentioned. It's quite far down beneath the tower. This is where you must go.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's go. Can I go now? Let's go. That is an interesting question if Brad,
Emma,
how he knows the stuff.
About that message.
The one from Brad?
Yeah. I think he wanted to tell you something.
Which was...
I'm struggling to find the right words to explain it, but I think he left the message because he wanted you to live.
For me to live?
I'm sure of it. I know I can't do anything but see you out the door. But I'll be here waiting for you to come back safely. Okay? So, you better come back.
Kagura?
I'm sorry. Just don't die out there. Okay?
I won't. I promise.
See you soon, then.
Don't worry. You will.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Wait, what does he know? Can I just jump down?
Emma, it's Brad.
Brad, are you there?
Way here. Is Kunai with you? You asked me before about why I'm here. It's time I told you. We're part of a group that's been around for a long, long time. The organization. We mean to put an end to the Administrator's plan to resurrect the Beast of Reincarnation. Kunai and I have been working to kill the Administrator in order to destroy the Beast.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. I guess. I mean, yeah. The Beast sounds like a bad thing, so it makes sense for it to be a group of people to try to get rid of the way to bring it back. Whatever that means.
But first,
Hiya.
let me tell you a story. It's a little long, but hear me out. I wanted to tell you this. Long ago, before the organization existed, the Administrator and I oversaw the Beast of Reincarnation. You see, the Beast didn't come into this world through natural means. It was created by people. 2,000 years ago, a trio of scientists, we now call the Three Sages, created the Beast of Reincarnation. The Beast was not, in fact, responsible for the destruction of what you know as the ancient civilization.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. I don't know why you can't, like, listen to the story at the same time and do all these, lever actions. Would be kind of nice if you can. So nothing can stop you and prolong this just nothingness gameplay.
The creeping cataclysm. At that time, the whole world felt like it was dying. There were many causes. Massive earthquakes disrupting nations, climate change, war, epidemics. In the face of extinction, there were many who did not wish to go on. That general feeling of despair eventually reached a point where no more children were being born. Humanity's odds for survival grew increasingly slim. So, a plan was put in place to save the species from itself by weeding out certain negative emotions. By using a special implant, the dread and hopelessness that drove many to give up and die was removed.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. That was story part 2. Now, incoming part 3 of the story. I guess the reason why it breaks up like that, just weird silence, is to let you pull the lever and then continue on. Because for some reason, developers just let you do the same time as listening. Kind of odd. So it breaks up with silence.
But this was a mistake. Fragments of the repressed emotions collected like dregs and eventually ate through people's souls. As the soul deteriorates, so too do reason and memory. It can cause a person to become violent and destructive. Painful emotions continued to spread among people. Humanity was running out of options. But then someone, a once-in-a-generation genius, found a solution. The idea was to update people's souls and transfer them to a completely new environment.
I'm gonna lock in. Fuck yeah.
It was called Project Shambhala. A digital world was created to provide a more favorable environment for humanity to thrive. This pseudo-world was called Shambhala. Meanwhile, plans were laid to bring people back to the real world at the appropriate time.
Shambhala. So is that the process of turning these souls, these people, into the golems? Or is that like a whole headcanon that I created in my head? Because I could have sworn, like, they talk about the walkers, the stuff, the machine that we're in, that has a person's soul. And these golems, some of them talk like they're people, so I'd assume, like, oh, they're doing the same thing with golem. But I don't know if the game already has said that before, way before you started, and I just didn't pay attention. Because the first few part of the game, I was playing it on the original language, so a lot of it I had to read through subtitles, so I probably missed something in translation. Where am I going next? This way? Yeah, you know, this game kind of needs a mini-map and a more traditional waypoint system to basically show you the way with just a press of a button, kind of like Bioshock, where like it temporarily just like points an arrow like, go this way, go that way, take this path, not that way, no, don't go that way. Down here?
The Beast of Reincarnation was the system devised to transfer the whole human race to Shambhala. The Beast of Reincarnation is really a swarm of biomechanical nanobots. This system generates biomechanical particles called Brahman. These were made to act like a plant cell that can reproduce almost indefinitely. They were dispersed into the atmosphere and spread throughout the remaining populace. The Brahman would enter the body and attune to the soul. Once this bonding process was complete, a large satellite installation in orbit would begin the transfer. This satellite installation is what you know as the Crescent Moon. Everything seemed to be going according to plan.
All right, that was campsite number 2. So far, this kind of feels like a more walk around kind of chapter, but I just started, so maybe now there's gonna be some action. Something scripted. What's the map look like? Yeah, it looks kind of straightforward. Oh, action. Oh, sick. I wonder, is there like an ability where I parry, like perfect block, and then she does like another special attack? Because I notice it happens sometimes. But I don't know if it's that or it's doing this thing. No, this is different. Hold on. I don't know. Must have activated something in her skill tree that does that thing. Because I did a perfect block. And then when I waited a little bit, I attacked again. I pressed the button, and then she did like a cool special kind of like a more waiting attack. I don't know what that was. Decay Charm 3. You know, this game is kind of limiting, but it's big enough where I feel like there might be a New Game Plus, and if there is, there's a good chance they might give you like more rare items that goes up to like 4 or 5 or 6. This game isn't bad, but it's like really a pretty good, decent 7 out of 10 game, like a lot of people are saying, and 7 out of 10 is not bad either.
However, for many, the Brahmin that were intended to save humanity mutated into something harmful. When a body rejected them, it resulted in what we call erosion. The Brahmin, that which was supposed to be humanity's salvation, became its greatest threat. And there was nothing anyone could do to stop it. The Beast of Reincarnation seized control. The Brahmin continued to multiply and spread, infecting all living plants and creatures. I'm sure you've figured out that they are the true source of the blight. In the end, most souls were unable to be sent to Shambhala. The golems that remain today are those who couldn't go and suffered the effects of erosion. As for those who couldn't become golems and were afflicted with erosion, they mostly died out. The golems and people of this world are those who were left behind when the rest entered Shambhala.
Shambhala.
Hey, Emma. Once this battle's over, once we reach the capital, and the Beast of Reincarnation is defeated, do you think we could all live together?
Kagura.
Because I can keep making delicious food for us every day. And
Your food is fine the way it is.
but I can make it even better. And we can share it together every day.
Together.
That includes Ku, of course. And I'll have to think of some new dishes you'll both enjoy.
Okay, so I can't do this one yet. I always wondered. I can probably look it up. There's probably some study out there or some poll that was put out a long time ago. But I wonder, out of the entire world of Earth, you know, this planet, I wonder what's the most favored cultured food from like which place. There's like a lot to choose from and a lot of different kind of dishes. But I guess in general, like which country does people think produce the best meals? I'm gonna guess that definitely Mexican food is top 5, top 3. Could be a little bolder than that. American food, does that exist? American food? I don't know. Like American made meals. Can't really think of one. Not really. But Mexican food, there's a ton. A lot of good stuff. Also, like Asian stuff, that's probably top 3 definitely with Mexican stuff, but I don't know. Okay, if I had to rate it higher than one or the other, I want to guess that maybe Mexican food rates higher than Asian food.
There was still another problem. Those who made it to Shambhala would eventually want to come back. The Beast of Reincarnation, now in control of Shambhala, managed to suppress this urge to return. But there would come a time when this urge would be suppressed no longer. However, if humanity was returned to inhabit their old bodies, they wouldn't be able to survive the blight. So a new kind of body was needed. A body that could adapt to the blight. A body like yours, Emma. Blight-stained individuals are born without memories or feelings to make them receptive to souls. That's why you were born the way you were, Emma. Why you are the way you are.
Like Emma, like your body. Is that the other purifier, the dude that I've been fighting this whole time? The other guy that shows up like once in a while with his big ass monster pet? Or was I made from him? Because he looks older, or sounds older, I mean. I don't know, it kind of feels like a Sonic Shadow situation where Shadow's older than Sonic. But it kind of feels like Sonic was made. It kind of feels like Sonic was made after Shadow, but that's not really the case. Or what was Shadow was created. He wasn't biologically created like normally, right? He was like a science experiment, so I don't know, it gets confusing. There we go, I got all 3 lights on. What does that mean? Got the master door open? Yes, you can. I will let you indulge me and correct me on my Sonic lore if I said anything wrong. Probably did, because I was really thinking straight about it. I was just thinking about something else. Ah, damn. It was through the wall. I couldn't see the execution. Yeah, so it feels like the whole chapter is going to be like a lore thing. And they added some fights a little bit in between there just to make it more exciting, not boring. But I kind of feel like there would have been like a better way to do this. The Forest Grotto.
Come this far, Emma. In the beginning, I was
In the beginning,
I saw you as a soldier with no free will, who I could use to take down the Administrator and the Beast of Reincarnation. But things have changed. Emma, If you go on, you'll find the key to confronting the Beast of Reincarnation. And if you choose to fight, I can't tell you what will happen. You are able to decide for yourself now. So, decide.
What will you do?
I want to know the answer.
The answer to what?
I want to know what he intended to do. I want to know why I'm here. Brad always had something he wanted to accomplish. He had his own will. I want to understand that. To have the will of a person. The heart of a person. To have a heart like Brad's.
Well, then I guess we're going.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Brad has second thoughts now, like going through this journey with Emma. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention the entire time he was talking, but I heard the part where he was saying that he was part of a group of people that are trying to make sure the beast doesn't come back, doesn't get respawned, revived, whatever, and that Emma,
I know.
she could
I know.
take care of it.
Even if we're not side by side, we're fighting together. Until the bitter end. That's right.
So I wanted to say that Emma, she has the power to be able to make sure the beast doesn't come back. Why do I feel like that the reason why Brad is now having second thoughts about this, it sounds like it's because the only way to do it is for Emma to either sacrifice herself or sacrifice something pretty big that's from herself to make sure the beast goes away or just never comes back in the first place. And he was always like, not always, but for the past few chapters, he was talking about like, you know what? We don't have to do this. We don't have to go through with this. Kind of like, The Last of Us. I was literally thinking about The Last of Us, where Joel was telling Ellie the last leg of their journey. Like, we just, this is kind of nice. This world sucks, but being together, being on this journey, that's kind of cool. So instead of going to the hospital or to the place we're supposed to go, how about we just chill, and just breathe it in for a while. So that's what he wanted to do. But then, then they end up finding the Fireflies anyways. Because Ellie wanted to finish the mission. But I guess the only difference there is that, Ellie didn't know that she had to die for it. She didn't know where they were going in the first place and what they were supposed to do. All they knew that they were supposed to move her and put her somewhere else. So I guess it's kind of the same thing we're here, where it kind of feels like Brad knows more, but Joel didn't know. But Brad knows more here in this situation, and so does he feel guilty about doing this? Now he's like trying to let her go and make her own decisions about it? That's my interpretation of what's going on here. That is so funny. Because when Brad said like, oh, and there's a key to stop the beast, my mind went to a joke, be like, oh my god, it's gonna be the most ultimate sword ever, isn't it? And there it is in this cutscene. It's just a sword.
So, you'll fight. This is a Kanzashi. Even with everything on the line, I was only ever able to make just one. It was originally the key to stopping the spread of the Beast of Reincarnation. The beast draws power from the blight and uses it to rapidly regenerate. If you attack with the Kanzashi, you can break that link and stop it from regenerating. Aside from that, you're on your own. However this goes, I have no regrets. Emma, the time we've spent on this journey together wasn't all that bad. Sadly, this is where I leave you. Good luck.
The Kanzashi, a blade made of amber imbued with the power to prevent resurrection. So can I just use the sword, or is it just like a key item to use for the final battle? Yeah, there it is, key item. So I can't use it. Not yet, at least. Probably gonna be during a cutscene. Okay, there's a couple Malefacts here. Just gonna run past you guys. I don't have to fight you. The door's open. I can run. I have free will now. Brad says so himself, so I can free will. Oh, well, look at that. Shrine right there. Take it. Namaste. Alright, see you later. Cool, distract them. Taunt them. What is that? Oh, so the boss is a big bear. No way. It's kind of sick, but probably gonna have the same moveset, so might be a boring fight, to be honest. The bosses rarely ever do anything different other than just, like, you know, have spikes come up or throw projectiles. Oh, my throat. Ooh, love the piss filter. You're Ursa. Hi, I'm Emma. Oh, damn, come here. Oh, like a shot. Oh, whole belly flop there, huh? You're trying to kill me. Okay, phase 2.
Remember to keep cool skills
We're almost at the capital. It won't be long now. Everything will be decided. Emma, Ku, once the fight is over, what do you plan to do? I'm almost scared of it ending.
Don't worry. I don't know what we'll do, but we can work it out together.
Yes, you're right.
Oh, I got something stuck in my teeth. Hold on. Well, that was a pretty fun boss fight. And I guess that's it for this chapter. The last one I thought that was it for the chapter, but there's no chapter end screen. So this time, I think when I get to the next video, it's gonna be like another whole chapter. So, why are you looking at me that way? With those devilish, good-looking eyes. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video, but you're watching. I'll see you next time I play some more Beast of Reincarnation. Until then.